Michelle here, back with another spooky Reddit read. This might be the last one of the day today. This one is called Hiking the Appalachian Mountains at Night. And this was a reader's request for topics of the Appalachian Mountains. So I have some of them and I'm going to kind of mix them up. I think I get a couple of duende stories and other things. Save them up, kind of go back through them and make sure I hit them when I find interesting ones. So here you go. I joined this group to tell you about a paranormal experience I had unintentionally, written in all capital letters, hiking in the Appalachian Mountain region. A couple months ago, my friend and I had a spontaneous idea to hike at sunset and eat Subway on the beach. I should note to you guys, the story was shared 8 months ago on Reddit, so kind of gives you a time frame. We went to a place called Morse Mountain. We walked the trail for about an hour, and right when we got to the beach, it was just about pitch black outside. Sounds like a nice view, right? We hadn't thought to bring anything. They bought some illegal substance to, and have their Subway. Apparently we're going to have a nice time. So there is that to consider in this story. They had no flashlights or headlamps or hiking shoes. Dumb idea, they say. I know. Anyway, all was well for 2 hours. We laid on the beach and did those things and ate and talked about life. It was beautiful, hearing the waves, seeing the sky full of stars. I started getting tired, so I decided we should head back out. We gathered our stuff and we started walking and both turned on our phone flashlights to guide our way. Not even a minute into the trail, we hear something moving into the forest to our left. I tell my friend to stop, and the sound stops. Immediately, when we start walking again, the swishing is there, and it's matching the exact pace we are walking. So we stop again to test the sound, to see if it's really matching our pace. I was hoping that it was just an animal or that was just curious about who we were and would walk away. But the sound once again stops when we stop. At this point, my heart starts pounding because there's no animal that I know of that is intelligent enough to match the exact pace and exact stops we are making. My friend and I turn on our flashlights to the left where the sound is coming from, and I make eye contact with something in the distance that was pale, had dead black eyes, and it looked like it was standing on its hind legs with terrible posture. My friend and I quickly turn on our flashlight to point directly in front of us, and I say, "Please tell me that was an animal. Was it?" And my friend is very monotone and says, "No, we need to leave. Keep your eyes forward." For the rest of the hike, the trees, the branches look like symbols and some kind of even like nooses. I felt like the forest was trying to tell us to leave, or at least communicating that there was some danger and it was trying to tell us. After about an hour, we finally made it back to the car, and I asked my friend if they noticed anything about the trees, and they also described the symbols. My friend called their mom on the drive home, and she said, "I'm just happy you weren't in the Appalachians." The next morning, my friend calls me and just says, we were idiots. We were in the Appalachian last night. I haven't been able to stop thinking about what we saw that night, and I also want to add that my friend and I did not partake much, and we're both used to doing so. So we're not chalking it up to the experience was related to that. Any ideas of what we experienced? All right, so it's a shorter one, but a really interesting experience. So what do you think? First, I guess there's the question of they were partaking in a herbal substance, and it could slow your reaction time, would probably be the most likely thing. If a person is used to doing that, from what I understand, it doesn't really make you hallucinate or anything like that. Maybe sleepy, maybe hungry, but it seems kind of far-fetched for people who are used to it that they would have completely hallucinated this weird thing. So I personally kind of think they had this experience. Secondly, the way that they describe what they saw when they looked to the left, what do you think that is? Kind of bipedal, but didn't have good posture. So I'm visualizing it like something crouching, you know, like bent over, like me with my bad back. But you know, so was it something that was truly bipedal, or was it something that reared up? This one kind of gave me alien vibes by the coloration that they describe, quite honestly. Not what I was expecting when I started looking for some Appalachian stories, but there truly is everything there, which is what the reader who suggested to look for some Appalachian stories said, you know, like they have a little bit of everything. Maybe it was a Bigfoot? Possibly. That could be relative. I mean, certainly it could be like a spirit kind of a thing, but the way that it was described kind of in a non-human looking way, really kind of creeps me out. Imagine being there with nothing but your phone flashlight, trying to make it back. So interesting story, and hope you enjoyed it. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you thought of this story and what you think they experienced, or if you think it was the herbal infusion that maybe got them. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please hit that repost button for me, guys. I'll see you next time.